Hi, everyone. I'm Joanne, and I want you guys to come back in time with me a little bit. I'm at a social enterprise competition, and a young team is pitching me on their water purification device, which they say will revolutionize the provision of safe drinking water in sub-Saharan Africa. They are bright, they are energetic, they are very well-intentioned, and I want to throw my arms up in frustration. If only they knew what Acumen knows from its more than 10 years of investing in safe drinking water solutions in the developing world. This water purification device will not work for a whole host of reasons: partnerships, distribution, lack of a business model. If only they had done their research. And then I realized, this is their research. This 10 minutes they get to spend with me in this social enterprise competition is their way of accessing an expert. How crazy inefficient is that? And as I researched this problem, I realized more and more that all of the best insights, the approaches that work in tackling problems of poverty, and the approaches that don't work in tackling these problems are all locked in experts' heads or behind an organization's closed doors. And if we are to make a serious dent in the problems of poverty, this has to change. And so I started Plus Acumen to spread the Acumen ethos, our entrepreneurial toolkit, and the skills of moral leadership to more change makers around the world. We do this through free and low-cost online courses. There are 30 of them right now, and we focus on leadership, social startup skills, and social impact measurement. Where Acumen has the expertise, we'll build the course by ourselves, and we also partner with amazing organizations. IDEO.org was one of our earliest partners, and we built a course on human-centered design with them, and it trains 30,000 people each year. This year, we built a new course on systems practice with the Omidyar Group, and that has already reached 6,000 people. And that's not all. We also seek to bring in expertise from outside of the social sector to changemakers around the world. And we are partnering with amazing instructors for our masterclass series. You get to learn about public speaking from Chris Anderson at TED, or the art of selling from Daniel Pink. And we work with these instructors to make sure that the case studies that they're using are relevant to people in the social sector. Because if you're tackling the world's toughest problems, you deserve the best teachers in the world, and we seek to bring them to you. In our first year, we reached almost 20,000 people. Now, we repeatedly reach 150,000 people a year. If just 1% of this population completed our courses, that would be 1,500 completions. Fortunately, last year, we had more than 10,000 completions for our courses. And we know also that people are benefiting from these courses even if they don't complete them. How are we achieving this? By using best-in-class online learning tools, and we also ask that people take our courses as a group. So online learning actually looks like this. You get together with your friends, with your coworkers, to discuss and tackle the problems that you're actually facing. All of these courses are designed to be project-based, so that they're immediately practical and applicable to problems that you face within your organization and in your communities. We have courses running right now. So as I'm speaking, Jason of West County Health Center is using the systems practice course to better understand the opioid crisis in California. This is Pauline of Nuru, Kenya. She is using the business models course to refine an idea she has for agricultural extension services in Kenya she calls AgroVet. And Maria and her team of 3 at Norwegian Church Aid is using the Lean Data course to understand how they can better track the impact of their water projects with refugees. We've also always known that besides powering individuals, our courses, or Plus Acumen, could be like the Intel inside organizations. And so we've worked to customize our courses for a big UN agency, the US Department of Labor, and in November, we head to Little Rock, Arkansas to work with Heifer International on lean startup and lean data approaches. Just in August, we wrapped up a big project with International Planned Parenthood Federation. They were looking to learn about more sustainable approaches to running their operations and wanted courses on social enterprise, which we customized for them. 400 people from the Planned Parenthoods in 31 different countries, as diverse as Belize, Iran, and Albania, completed this course. And 44 new social enterprise ideas emerged. I was just talking to the regional coordinators for Latin America and the Caribbean last week. And 3 of the ideas from this course, just from their region alone, will be moving on to an accelerator program where they will be connected to potential investors. And the feedback that they have received from the course has been so positively overwhelming, they would like to license it from us on an ongoing basis. This Intel Insight model also extends to Acumen. We've known that talent's been a problem for our investee companies and for our fellows for a long time. So with funding from Hitachi Foundation, we built a course on human capital strategy. We know that our investee organization, BioLite, took this course and used it to form their people strategy as they were expanding operations into Kenya. And we heard about a Pakistan fellow, Aziz Bangash, who has used this course to also redesign his organization that works on workforce development. And when it comes to the Acumen Fellows Program, as Sasha mentioned, the ties with Plus Acumen are even deeper. Our Fellows instructors were one of the first people to put their courses online with us at Plus Acumen, and now we've gone in reverse. We've known that our fellows are tackling complex social problems, and so we've taken the systems practice course that we built with Omidyar and adapted that for use in our. In 2018, we will take more and more of the fellows program online with Plus Acumen so that we can really optimize the in-person seminar time. As we think about fellows expansion into all these different geographies, we really see Plus Acumen for them, as well as helping to facilitate connection for all these different fellows in all these different geographies. So, Plus Acumen is powering change makers in Acumen's ecosystem and beyond. What is next? The thing that has always excited me about Plus Acumen has been the people. And we've already seen amazing things when we bring groups of people together. 3 days ago, 360 people came together online for a virtual volunteer challenge. These were people in 60 different countries, and they all met at 10 o'clock New York time on Saturday to help an Acumen fellow who's running a social enterprise in workforce development. We split them up into 40 different teams on Slack, and in just 2 hours, they exchanged 10,000 messages. And they leveraged lessons from Dan Ariely's course on behavioral economics to understand how they could redesign the customer journey for students that were going through AML's programs. We have more than 100 different prototypes of these new customer journeys that we're now sifting through, and we believe AML will have some ideas they can take forward here. But the students also benefit. Lots of people from the US and more developed countries remarked that they learned a lot about what education in Pakistan was like and how that was so mind-blowing for them. And I agree with Mohammed, there's something really beautiful when people who have never met come together in service of a larger mission. At an individual level, these are change makers who are taking Acumen's values and approaches forward into the world. Let me talk about a few. Judith spent 10 years at USAID, and she now works at a big oil and gas company, and she's trying to change it from the inside with the help of our courses. Nala is in Sudan, and she said before she found Plus Acumen, she always thought she was a little bit crazy because she wanted to start a social enterprise. And now that she's found us, not only does she not think she's crazy, she thinks that although she's not from Silicon Valley, she feels like she is, and she could do anything. We are helping Nala do that, and she's helping to build the social enterprise community in Sudan. And here's what it looks like when you stick with a person for a bit longer time. This is Usman. We first met him in 2014 when he was a junior in university in northwestern Pakistan. He first heard about social entrepreneurship through our courses. He signed up for more than 20 of them, and he's actually completed about 10. Through the courses and our community, he actually found a job in technology for social change in Sierra Leone. And credit to Usman, he uprooted his life in Pakistan and he moved to Freetown. He's really invested in the community there, and he's decided to take his entrepreneurial skills to the next level, and he's helping to co-found Code for Sierra Leone. These are amazing change makers worth investing in. and we are just getting started. We are going to continue to use our courses to filter the best people from all over the world to us, and we are building the infrastructure with which to sustain this community. These are people who are going to think of it as I like to think of this as a different sort of fellows program that is accessible to you wherever you are in the world. All we care about is that you are doing the work and that you're showing up with the values that are needed to create a world with dignity. I think that this is a community that's going to change the world. One person, one project at a time. Thank you.